Discipline is not something you are born with. Discipline is something you train. Most people think discipline is about waking up early, following rules, or punishing yourself when you fail. That's not discipline. That's fear, and fear never lasts. True discipline comes from clarity. When you know why you are doing something, you don't need motivation. You don't need someone to push you. You push yourself. Let me tell you something Jack Ma once understood very early in his life. If you don't control your time, your emotions, and your habits, life will control you. Jack Ma failed exams. He failed interviews. He was rejected again and again. But what separated him from millions of people who also failed was this. He did not let failure decide his discipline. Discipline starts with accepting reality. The first step to training yourself to be disciplined is brutal honesty. Most people lie to themselves. They say, I will start tomorrow. They say, I don't have time. They say, I'm not lucky. Jack Ma says, stop complaining. Complaining makes you weak. If you want discipline, you must accept where you are right now, not where you wish you were, not where others are, where you are. You may be poor. You may be confused. You may feel behind in life. Good. That is your starting point. Discipline begins the moment you stop blaming and start taking responsibility. Discipline is doing small things consistently. Jack Ma never believed in overnight success. He believed in daily endurance. Most people want big results with small effort. Discipline works the opposite way. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you started. Keep promises, especially the promises you make to yourself. Discipline is not about doing extraordinary things. It is about doing ordinary things every single day, even when no one is watching. If you train yourself to do small, uncomfortable things daily, your mind becomes strong. Read when you don't feel like reading. Work when you don't feel like working. Learn when others are relaxing. That is training. That is discipline. Control your time or lose your life. Jack Ma once said, if you don't plan your time, someone else will plan it for you. Look at most people's lives. They wake up late. They scroll endlessly. They react instead of creating. Discipline means deciding before the day starts what matters. You don't need 12 hours of work. You need focused hours. Train yourself to limit distractions, respect deadlines, value deep work over busy work. When you respect time, time starts respecting you. Discipline is saying no. One of the hardest parts of discipline is learning to say no. No to comfort. No to unnecessary pleasure. No to people who waste your energy. Jack Ma didn't build Alibaba by pleasing everyone. He built it by protecting his focus. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you say no to your future. Discipline is choosing long-term success over short-term happiness. Success over short-term happiness. Failure is part of discipline. Most people quit because they think discipline means perfection. It doesn't. You will fail. You will fall off schedule. You will lose focus sometimes. Jack Ma failed more than most people, but he never lost discipline. The disciplined person doesn't quit after failure. He adjusts and continues. Train yourself to get back on track quickly. One bad day does not destroy a disciplined life. Discipline is mental training. Your mind will lie to you. It will say, rest today. You deserve a break. Skip it just once. Discipline means not believing every thought you have. Jack Ma trained his mind by asking better questions. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? What is my responsibility here? When you control your thoughts, you control your actions. Discipline comes from purpose. The strongest discipline comes from meaning. Jack Ma didn't work for money at first. He worked for belief. Belief in a future others couldn't see. Ask yourself, why do I want to be successful? Who am I doing this for? What kind of life do I want? When your purpose is clear, discipline becomes natural. Become a student for life. Jack Ma believes the future belongs to learners. Discipline is learning every day, even when it's uncomfortable. Learn new skills. Learn from mistakes. Learn from people better than you. A disciplined learner always stays ahead. Final message. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It is waking up and saying, I control my life. It is choosing growth over excuses. It is becoming reliable to yourself. Train yourself daily. Be patient. Be consistent. And one day people will call you lucky without knowing the discipline behind your success.